DeAndre Hopkins and the Titans officially signed. I, as a Patriots fan, was initially upset, but I have my opinions about it now. And my opinions I'm going to share with you today. DeAndre Hopkins, I get you. I understand.
Understand.
You're in a very similar situation, but it's warmer. I get it. I understand completely. I am in New England and I'm fucking miserable. The weather's terrible. So you get to go to a coach that's, relatively same respect. I mean, Mike Vrabel, hard nosed, respectable guy. You got Ryan Tannehill and Mac Jones. Which one's better? You decide. And then you got like Derrick Henry, great running back. Your weapons should definitely be the number one there. And a formidable defense. It's like, for me, I think it ultimately came down to guaranteed money and how well of a life he's going to live there. Well, Tennessee, it's not going to be negative 15 on December. So he's going to go there.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
And I was saying this too because I had an entire take where I was like, the reason DeAndre Hopkins is not going to go to New England is because one, Patriots fans are delusional if you think the guy that traded him for nothing and David Johnson, not even a first round pick he could get back from him, shipped him out to Arizona. And then you thought that guy was going to be a draw for him just because he had a relationship. Maybe they broke up because of that relationship, and that's not a pro. And then the second one, I was talking about the weather. You talked about how New England's weather is miserable. Well, look at where DeAndre Hopkins played in school. Look at where he played in the NFL. It's the Texans and the Arizona Cardinals, two of the hottest places in the country. Arizona has probably the hottest summers of any state. And then Houston probably has the most humid summers of any state or city. So you just look at where he played, and I was like, he's probably going to go to the Cowboys because that's where he works out with Von Miller, and they all have a ranch together down there. Or he's going to go to a Southern team that's interested in him, whether it's the Titans, even though they get some snow. But it's like, I talked about this earlier. It's like, don't be surprised if he doesn't want to come to New England because of Belichick. And also, Mac Jones isn't a draw. Like, are you kidding me? The biggest loser in this situation is Mac Jones because now their solution to not getting DeAndre Hopkins is they're going to be like, how do we fill the void for DeAndre Hopkins? Oh, yeah, we're going to sign Dalvin Cook. And like, that's going to be their cop out because now they have some extra money to spend. So it's like all of that. And then the biggest winner in this situation is Ryan Tannehill because I felt like the Titans last year went through some rough stretches. And my big gripe with them coming into this season is that wide receiver position is really weak. Well, now you add DeAndre Hopkins, keep him healthy for like 11-ish games and going into the playoffs. You have a dynamic rookie coming off a great first year. Keep him healthy. Derrick Henry is now a little bit motivated. Mike Vrabel is now a little bit more motivated. And then Ryan Tannehill, there's not much difference between him and Mac Jones. I'm sorry for all the New England media. It's like, why would he pick Tannehill over Mac Jones? Like, Mac Jones isn't anything special. He's like when you get to like 28 in Madden franchise mode and it starts auto generating players like, oh, Mac Jones, like, yep, sounds like an NPC. And then you have Tannehill, who's not that much worse than him. And the Titans defense has been elite. They've been in the playoffs consistently. And if you want to win, I actually think Tennessee's a better destination.
Yeah, I think so too, because you have an elite running back. We're going to go over running backs later in the show, but you get a formidable quarterback who's made it to the AFC title game. You have a great head coach that always plays and honestly, out coaches most of the players that he coaches. And then you get DeAndre Hopkins, Traylon Burks. I think he'll take that second year leap and be at least a formidable two. The rest of the receiver core is pretty weak. I'm not going to lie there, but you get if you get a defense that's like top 12, you get an offense that's a decent output. Derrick Henry carries you again. I think that they should be a fringe playoff team. I think before this, they were like a fringe playoff team. They like had no
Yeah.
chance of making it, I don't think. But now I think that they could play some upset ball, sneak in as that 7th seed, and potentially, depending on who they match up with, they could win a playoff game.